All right, good afternoon, everybody. I just want to talk real quick about creating a PowerPoint presentation. First of all, you just come on your computer and find your PowerPoint icon and just simply click on it, and it'll pop up. The first thing it'll show you in the Mac format, which what I'm using, is several different things you can use or backgrounds you can use. Always simply for the purpose of this tutorial is to just click on the first one, the white one, and you can always go back and change your colors or change your template and click choose. And the first thing that's going to come up is going to be the first screen that you see, and we can just simply click in these boxes here and it can type. Okay, so in the title section, let's just say this PowerPoint is going to be an all about me PowerPoint. Okay, and then the subtitle, you can put your name or your class or your teacher and your name, whatever you need to put there. So I'm just going to put my name here for the purpose of the All About Me PowerPoint. Okay, at this point, you can go ahead and go to the next slide. And I would advise us, if you're creating these PowerPoints, to kind of go ahead and have an outline of what you want to do. So you can come up here to new slide and just simply click new slide, and a new slide will pop up. As you can see at the very top, you can click to add title. So this title here, we can put a little bit of information or personal info or whatever you would like to choose. So let's just go with birthplace. Okay, so you can go ahead and type those things in. It can be bullet pointed, or you can simply click up here and you can do checks or different little signs here for each bullet point. Also at this point, I want to go ahead and point out that you could do your font. While creating PowerPoints, always make sure that your font is readable or you can see it clearly and is legible for everyone. Also, if you may speak another language, you can also use the font button and click in the font to change the font type in the different languages as well. So birthplace, I can just put Georgia, and when I was born on December of 1989, and just kind of talk about where you were born. If at this point too is also, if you want to add pictures, you can always do several different things with pictures. You can come up to the insert part, and if you've got pictures stored on your computer, you can choose from a photo browser or from a picture file. You also can use the clip art that's available through PowerPoint itself, and there's many different things that you can choose from in the clip art section. Okay, so let's say we got our birthplace done, we're ready to go to the next slide, and we want to put our educational philosophy. Okay, and let's say that sometimes we're not a very good speller like me, and you want to make sure that you spell everything correct. Okay, so in the tools section of the PowerPoint, you can always click spelling and go in and spell check your work to make sure that it's spelled correctly, and you can just simply click change and it changes it for me. So you can kind of type up your educational philosophy, so on and so forth, and if you want to add pictures, you can as well. Another thing that's pretty neat about the PowerPoint is if you want to add a movie or an audio browser where you can hear yourself recording. If you wanted to put that in as a link and let folks click on it when they view your PowerPoint, that's another great thing to do as well. The third thing that we can do is, let's go ahead and click on a new slide and type in personal interest. Okay, and if you want to, at this point, if you wanted to change your background or change your colors to kind of reflect who you are, you can. But the cool thing about it is, let's go back to this picture ordeal that we had a while ago in the photo browser or the clip art browser and pick some things of who we are. You can simply click them and drag them into the picture, and your pictures will appear, and you can size them up to fit in your PowerPoint accordingly. Okay, So I'm picking some cows and some donkeys and things like that because I farm. That's some personal interest. So let's say that you may not be interested in any of these pictures that's been provided. You can click on all images and go to special occasions. Let's say that you really enjoy decorating. You could click the balloons to kind of put who you are or who it represents you. So that's really neat. So let's move on to another slide and do another feature of PowerPoint. The next thing that I want to be able to talk about is when you get to the point to pick out your theme of your PowerPoint. Let's say you just wanted to get it down like we have here and you want a really neat theme. Just come up here and click on theme, okay? And we can pick from the themes that were given at the very beginning. So let's say that we like something like this, and it shows in your outline, it kind of shows you what it's going to look like, so on and so forth, and we can leave it as that. The second thing I want to talk about too is if you get to a point in your PowerPoint to where you need to add a graph or a chart or some sort of thing to talk about, any type of data that you're adding in your PowerPoint. You can simply click on the chart section or the table section to choose from, and you will be able to insert any kind of graph you want. Okay, and what that's going to do is that's going to send you to the Excel spreadsheet. Okay, and that data that you type in each category will then be transferred to your PowerPoint. And let's just do it here. Let's just say, let's say 9th grade, say 10th grade, 11th grade, and 12th grade. So let's say that you wanted to talk about the grades or anything in your grades that you may teach. You can also present that in a PowerPoint as a chart or a graph. All these can be utilized through PowerPoint. So we're ready to go to another slide. If you want to use another feature, we can just simply click New Slide, and let's go to Transitions. Okay, and what Transitions is it kind of talks about the way you want your screen to split and move and all that fancy stuff in your PowerPoint. I personally would advise you to stay away from that if it's going to give you too much trouble. I'm personally more of a simple person, and we just want to keep it simple and basic and so on and so forth. Lastly, I want to talk about the animations. Okay, the animations are different things that you can make disappear. They can color, they can do this, that, and the other, along with the transitions. Okay. Also, they have a slideshow feature. At this point, you can view your slideshow from the current slide or from the beginning, so you can see what your PowerPoint looks like from the beginning. Okay. Also, to end this PowerPoint presentation on a good note, I would always encourage you to save your work as you go so you don't lose it. Some versions of PowerPoint save it as you go. I would advise you to save it manually every time, and they can go through File, and you can hit Save As. Okay, and I always use my last name and the class number that I'm in for each of my when I save each of my works, and I always save it to my desktop first, and then to the folder that I want it to go in. Okay, so let me show you real quick. Once you got it saved, you can view your work. Let's do it from the start. Okay, and here's what it looks like. And you can press your space bar, and it will take you through each of your slides, so you can kind of see what your slideshow is looking for. Okay, I want to thank you for viewing my PowerPoint for beginners. Just the quick and easy things that you can do to make your PowerPoint presentable. Thank you.